field, number 6, sophomore Carly Agnew. At center, number 17, junior Riley Agnew. In left field, number 34, freshman Ella Franey. Batting, number 2, freshman Olivia D'Ambra. Number 5, sophomore Olivia Noon. Number 27, sophomore Avery Faulkner. Number 29, sophomore Julia Alessio. And number 8, freshman Emma Hart. Now for the Spartans. Starting at pitcher, number 12, senior captain Ellen O'Day. Starting at catcher, number 3, senior captain Olivia Parada. At first base, number 11, junior Sierra Paul. At second base, number 1, senior captain Bailey Division. At shortstop, number 4, junior Lola Judy. At third base, number 15, sophomore Catherine Pratt. In right field, number 10, sophomore Emma Pelican. In center field, number 7, junior Ella Bain. In left field, number 9, sophomore Dylan Demers. Number 2. Batting, number 8, sophomore Ella Belanger. Number 16, senior Jenna Devine. Number 9, sophomore Mary Lowry. Number 6, sophomore Aubrey Bowens. Number 5, freshman Ava Rosborough. Number 14, 8th grader Ayla Moore. And number 13, 8th grader Mia Manning. Please rise for the playing of our national anthem.
Hello and welcome to the Great West of Massachusetts. We are in Uxbridge, Massachusetts for today's MIAA Division IV Round of 8 matchup. It is the Abington Green Wave traveling about an hour and a half to face the Uxbridge Spartans. I'm Mad Dog Matt Nelson. I will be joined alongside by Henry Rogers in just a few moments as we get this one started. The Green Wave have defeated Wacona Regional, the Warriors, in the round of 16 to earn their right to get here. That was a decisive victory over the Warriors on Wednesday evening in Abington. Revenge matchup. This is the first time, I believe, that these two teams have seen each other on the softball field. The Spartans will be wearing their home black jerseys. Similar to the Middleborough Sachems, who we're very familiar with, white trim around the orange numbers and lettering, the Green Wave in their typical gray pants, green shirts, black trim around the white numbers and lettering. Beautiful night for softball. A little bit humid, albeit about 85 degrees at the start of this one. Slight breeze coming from home plate out towards us in the outfield. There is a little bit of rain in the forecast a little bit later. We'll see if that comes into play. Meanwhile, let's meet the Spartans. Defensive set. Doing the pitching is Erin O'Day. Looks like she's got a pretty good fastball. Doing the catching for her is Olivia Parada. At first base, Kiera Paul. The second baseman is Bailey Sivanson. Shortstop, Lola Gruby. The third baseman, Jenna Devine. Left to right across the outfield, Dylan Demers, Ella Bain, and Emma Peliquin. They will face the Green Wave lineup. First, leading off, Brenna Howley. She had herself a great game on Wednesday evening. More about that in just a moment. She'll look at ball one outside, and we are underway. Riley Agnew is on deck. Maddie McDonald will bat third. Malia Goldberg hitting cleanup today. Savvy Erickson bats fifth. She'll be followed by Elsie Testa and Ella Franey. Olivia Diambra, the designated player, will bat eighth, and Kat Chipman is batting ninth. Offering from O'Day, another fastball is upstairs and high. 2 balls, 1 strike. The count to Howley. Swing and a miss. Now count evens 2-2. O'Day is a junior. She loads the count here with a changeup that came in a little high. Called strike 3, catches the outside edge, and Howley will go down by way of the K for the first out of the first inning. That'll bring up Riley Agnew. Bunt squared, but pulled back. The ball came in inside. Agnew reached base 3 out of 4 times to the plate on Wednesday night. And she will look at ball 2 come in high above her eyes. (2-0) from O'Day. Another heater is above the zone. 3-0 now. A hitter's count for the Green Wave center fielder. Catching the lowest possible part of the strike zone. Moves the count to 3-1. Good old temporary fence set up in front of us. And the Green Wave have their first base runner. It is a 5-pitch walk to Riley Agnew. We'll bring up Maddie McDonald. McDonald also reached 3 out of her 4 trips to the plate on Wednesday, notching a double, reached on an error. And she takes ball 1. Day's pitches look very good thus far. However, a little trouble with the command as that one again comes in high, and it's 2-0. Another 3-0 count that O'Day is going to have to fight back from. Malia Goldberg is the cleanup hitter. She's on deck. Agnew takes off. The throw is offline, and it's a stolen base. Green Wave were not afraid to run on Wednesday. Of course, it was Brenna Howley that had multiple stolen bases. That one called strike 2 over the outside corner, moves the count full. Payoff pitch goes to the backstop. Agner's going to move up to third. And his runners are on the corners here. With just one out in the top of the first inning. Early meeting at the mound for the Spartans. Green Wave will take some time to draw up their offensive strategy. Coach Jenna Olam meeting with her 2 base runners as well as Goldberg on the third base line. 9-4 the final score on Wednesday against Wacona Regional, where it was 9-1 entering the 7th and final inning. Here is Goldberg. 3 singles on Wednesday in a 3-for-4 outing. Drops down the bunt. Nicely played, and now a pickle at third. Diving back in under the tag, and the bases are juiced. Agnew a little bit shaken up on the play. Dove back in, might have gotten stepped on. So we'll keep an eye on that. But as it stands, McDonald moved up to second. Goldberg on the fielder's choice bunt single. Trainer Alicia Reed making the trip out here to Uxbridge for tonight's game, attending to Agnew on third. Agnew walking off under her own power, good to see. However, it does look like courtesy runner will come in. Avery Faulkner will be the pinch runner at third. We'll keep an eye on Riley Agnew. She is eligible to re-enter, I believe, in the field if she is able to in the bottom half of the inning. Bases are juiced for Savvy Erickson. So looks at strike 1. Looks to us from the outfield, well outside. And a miss now. Erickson 0-2. Erickson 3 straight. And a very big second out for Aaron O'Day. Will now face the Green Wave pitcher, Elsie Testa, hoping to help her own cause here with the bases loaded in top of the first inning. Offers at the fastball. Was behind it, 0-1. Riser up and out. Evens the count. Two and one. We've seen very different games in the first two rounds from the Green Wave. First game on Monday was a pitcher's duel. Testa set down 17 batters faced. Only had 2 strikeouts on Wednesday. The Green Wave defense only let 1 run in going into the last inning. 2-2 is strike 3, and Uxbridge escapes the jam. The Green Wave leave them loaded in the top half of the first inning. When we come back, we will meet the Spartans starting lineup in the Green Wave defensive look, as officially it looks like Riley Agnew gets the okay to come in to the field. So we'll reset things when we come back here on Abington Community Access and Media. Bailey Zevison will lead off for the Spartans. She'll be followed by the pitcher Aaron O'Day. Lola Gruby will bat third. Jenna Devine will be batting cleanup for Uxbridge today. She'll be followed by Gabriella Belanger, Olivia Parada. Kira Paul will bat seventh. Emma Pelican will bat eighth. And Dylan Demers is batting at ninth. They will face, first and foremost, Elsie Testa in the circle. As mentioned, 17 strikeouts in the Green Wave's first round win. Has strike one on Zevison there. Maddie McDonald behind the plate. Malia Goldberg is at first. Savvy Erickson at second. Brenna Howley's at shortstop. Kat Chipman manning the hot corner at third. Ella Franey's in left. Riley Agnew indeed taking center field for this first defensive inning for the Green Wave. Her younger sister Carly is in right. Ball and 2 strikes now to Zevison. That one comes in low. The umpire to this point has looked like he's got a very low strike zone. Two is fouled off to the backstop. Pop fly, Testa under it, didn't have to leave the circle, and there's one away. That'll bring up Aaron O'Day, one of the junior captains of the Spartans team. Right-handed hitter. The outfielders are well back, only a step or two inside that temporary fence we mentioned. Pop fly might be playable for Goldberg, under it in foul territory, and there's 2 outs. I'll bring up Lola Gruby. Another tall right-hander. Fouls this one off out of play. Frenny's starting every pitch literally half a step in front of that temporary fence and left. Another one high, foul. That'll get over the backstop, 0-2. Another one sent straight up. And that'll get over the fence. 3 straight. Fouled back. As Gruby is well behind Testa's pitching. Ball one, a chase pitch. Didn't fool Gruby, 1-2. Another slow changeup comes in above the zone, evens the count, 2-2. Making a full count. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and the Green Wave able to get them 1, 2, 3 in order in the top of the first. They'll send up Franey, Diambra, and Chipman in the top of the second inning when we come back here on ACAM.
Now batting number 34, freshman Ella Franey.
Franey looks at strike 1. Franey, Diambra, Chipman due up for the Green Wave. Offers, swings through strike 2. Third baseman was well in. Perhaps expecting bunt. Green Wave do like to drop down a lot of bunts. One away as Franey goes down by way of the K. Third strikeout already for Aaron O'Day. Fourth K, 3 swinging, 1 looking. Diambra showing bunt, pulls back, it's high and outside. Diambra reached base 2 out of 3 times to the plate on Wednesday, up 2-0 here. Joined now, pleasure to be joined now by the one and only Henry Rogers, back for round 3.
Oh, yeah.
We mentioned the broadcaster's curse and what would happen if you didn't show, so of course you had to do what you had to do. Green Wave did leave him loaded in the top of the first inning.
That, yeah, I was. I saw that, and that's unfortunate because you don't know how many opportunities you're going to get like that throughout a game like this. But I did not get to catch the bottom of the first, though.
Bottom of the first, Green Wave in the field, able to go 1, 2, 3.
We love that.
Meanwhile, 5 strikeouts already for Aaron O'Day in the circle for Uxbridge. This is the third baseman, Cat Chipman, in the 9 spot. Pulls back the bunt, called strike 1.
It's throwing really hard.
She does have a very, very good fastball, looks like. A nice riser as well. A little bit of command issues that we've noticed
I noticed that,
so
yeah.
far. 2 walks given up in the first inning. Umpire saying she did, in fact, offer it that one, so now Chipman down 0-2. Swing and a miss. 1-2-3 go the Green Wave in the top of the second. 6 strikeouts now for O'Day, who has struck out the side in back-to-back innings. We continue to keep an eye on Riley Agnew, who dove back into third base on a fielder's choice bunt, and looks like she jammed her shoulder a little bit.
She's staying in, though.
She played the last half inning in the field. Looks like she's going to be coming out for the second inning as well. Similar lineup to the first couple rounds, Henry. We started to talk about 2 different games that we saw from the Green Wave. We've got the 17 strikeouts on Monday night from Testa. Only 2 on Wednesday against Wacona, but the Green Wave only gave up 1 run going into the 7th.
I think that, both those games we hit very well. And so far, obviously, 6 strikeouts through 2 innings is not ideal. So I think the Green Wave just got to keep playing their typical defense. But what they're going to have to do today to win this game is going to be to hit. And, that first inning, bases loaded, 1 out. You don't want that to come back to haunt you. So they got to, apply the pressure. You've already noticed, a little bit of command issue from the Uxbridge pitcher. So they just got to work her pretty well and get on base and got to get that clutch hit.
Meanwhile, a facility that the Green Wave not very used to. It's dirt, natural grass, and then the temporary fence. Very short porch here.
Yeah. Those
Probably
fences
about
are
175 feet down the line.
can run right through it, though. That outfield, you can just keep on running. You don't got to worry about the fence at all. Maybe the pole, but I've seen people run right through them, and it's kind of incredible.
So I forget if it was maybe St. Mike's or maybe Bentley had a temporary fence on their baseball
we
field.
have one. Yep.
And the Sports Center top 10 play, somebody went diving over the temporary fence to rob a home run.
It was pretty cool. I was not on the team yet, but I did see that, and it's pretty sick.
Pop fly could be playable for McDonald off of the fence and goes foul. That's been the hallmark from Testa that we've seen so far tonight. Uxbridge having trouble catching up to Testa's pitching. They're fouling a lot of balls off straight back.
Yeah, and I mean, if Elsie can set it up right, she's going to get a lot of strikeouts tonight as well. As we've seen, she's had a lot of 2-strike counts in both games, and obviously the first game, she got a lot of strikeouts. Second game, it was pretty much the defense. She was just pitching a contact there, and sometimes it's just what you have to do.
Swing and a miss. She's got her second strikeout of the afternoon. Brings up Gabriella Belanger, the designated player. I'm not going to lie, I would be kind of afraid pitching to contact in a field this short because a short fly ball could find its way out.
Yeah, it actually does look much shorter than Abington, but maybe the corners are maybe a little further. I'm not too sure, but center field looks very short.
The 2 and 3 hitters in the Spartans lineup. We saw the outfielders maybe half a step in from this temporary fence, starting well back.
I mean, like we said last game, it was a lot of fly balls, so I mean that can't hurt.
Swing and a miss. Another strikeout for Testa, and that's 3 straight for the Green Wave hurler.
You love to see she's already got the same amount as last game, so maybe we're on the path of the first game.
Ball 1 comes in high to the catcher, Olivia Parada, the first lefty we've seen in the Spartans lineup in the 6th spot. Two and 0. This umpire we've noticed likes him a little bit low, likes him a little bit outside.
Yeah, you're gonna get an interesting zone with a lot of high school umpires. You learn that real quick, as even like your freshman year foul, you're just like, yeah, these are not very good.
Kind of all over the place.
Yeah.
Back-to-back strikes for Testa Parada. Didn't look like she was even looking at the Green Wave pitcher when that one came in. Pop-up could be playable for Chipman at third and a little bit over her head. Heavy air today. We're expecting a little bit of rain in the forecast. It's north and west of us right now. Kind of following that 495 Mass Pike line. But could come into play around the 5th or 6th inning. Ground ball to short. Howley. The throw over is not in time. An infield single. The game's first hit. As Parada able to single. Another big righty here is Kira Paul, the first baseman. She sends one into right center field. That'll drop in for a base hit, heading to third. Runners on the corners here for the Spartans. Back-to-back singles. That one well placed between Carly and Riley Agnew.
That was a really good hit right there. Green Wave just got to settle in here, get this last out, get back into hit.
Number 8 hitter will step in here, Emma Peliquin.
Especially here too, you wanna make sure you get these outs in the bottom of the order.
Aubrey Beland will be the courtesy runner at first for Kira Paul. I'm sure Paul will re-enter in the field. One of those intricacies of softball substitutions.
Yeah, I don't understand it still. But they do it, and it works, so.
This one popped towards Howley, and the Spartans will leave 2 on base.
It's a
No
huge out
runs
right
on
there.
2 hits, no errors. And we head to the top of the third. Henry still scoreless. Green Wave will send up their top of the order.
Love to see it. See if they can push a run across. I think that this team, this Uxbridge team, is going to be hitting tonight, and it's going to take more than one to win this game.
Uxbridge, the number 2 seed. As a competitor, you're on the Abington Green Wave. You know that they're the 2 seed. You've seen them put up wins in the first 2 rounds, albeit very close decisions. What's the mindset coming in?
I mean, from my perspective, having that happen with us a lot of the times is just coming in, being prepared to play a really hard game, And I don't want to say that Abington has nothing to lose because I think they're a much better seed than what they have. I just think that when you're going into a higher seed's house like this, a 2 seed that's been dominant all season, you just have to be prepared to just lay it all out there on the field because you never know what can happen.
Other end of the diamond, you're the Uxbridge Spartans. You see the Abington Green Wave come in. And you know that they've made deep runs over the last handful of years with this core. What's their mindset coming in?
They just got to play what they've been playing all year. They've been successful, and I think that they can't underestimate Abington because they know that Abington's got a good pitcher and a good lineup. And I think that the seed doesn't really show how good of a team that they really are.
This round of 8 game winner will move on to the semifinals. Here's Brenna Howley. She went down looking her first time up. That was before Henry Rogers got to Uxbridge.
See, I got out of work 30 minutes early to get here.
That's dedication.
Well, I didn't choose to come out early. I actually was told that I could leave early, and I was like, yeah. So
if you're going to offer it, why not?
Hopped in the car, went on the highway, and got over here just in time. It's a packed house here. We'd love to see it.
That one low and away called strike 1 to Howley. Talking to Mrs. Rogers before the game, she said, I gave Henry my car.
Yep.
So he's got the best car in the house. He's going to get here from Halifax, hopefully in plenty of time.
Yeah,
Can't catch up to the fastball 1-2.
I asked her if I could take it just in case there's any chance I could come to the game because my car is not making it on the highway. So, and it actually worked out. So, I wasn't really too sure if I was going to be here.
The 1-2. Up out of the zone, evens the count. Other than the perhaps impending weather, pretty good night for softball.
No, it's beautiful. Everybody's here tonight.
Howley goes down for the second time by way of the strikeout. And that is the 7th straight out for Aaron O'Day by virtue of the strikeout.
It's incredible.
So here's Agnew's spot in the lineup. Looks like a substitution is going to be made. Looks like it's going to be Avery Faulkner, who was she came in to run at third base when Agnew first got injured. Agnew walked to get on in the first inning. This will be the first at bat for Faulkner.
So I know that they have the weird rules in softball. I wonder if she might be only playing the field by any chance. But I'm not too sure because the way it looks over, it doesn't look like she's going to be going back in this game.
It's always interesting, the intricacies, and of course Olivia Diambra is the designated player. The flex spot is Carly Agnew, so there would have to be a lot of chess pieces moving around.
She's got ice wrapped on her shoulder. I think that she's done for the night. But, you know, next player up, Avery Faulkner is jumping into this game and see what she can do.
Ball and 2 strikes to Faulkner. And she'll swing through strike 3. Now 8 straight retired. Seven of the 8 have been swinging. That'll bring up Maddie McDonald, who also walked in the first. Two walks and that bunt fielder's choice. The only 3 base runners that the Green Wave have had so far. McDonald offers. She's down now 0-2. So with a matchup like this, you've seen Aaron O'Day sit down. 8 straight outs have been strikeouts. Are you just waiting for her to gas herself out?
I mean, I think she's getting better as the game's going on. You saw it took a little bit for her to settle in, and now she's locked in, and she's just throwing lots of strikes, lots of fastballs, and they're coming in pretty hard. So I think it's going to be the Green Wave. They're going to have to make an adjustment here, get their foot down early, and get ready to attack.
The 0-2 to McDonald. Check swing. McDonald thought about chasing it, but it came in well high and outside. One-two from O'Day. And that will be strikeout number 9 on the night. Back-to-back perfect innings for Aaron O'Day. And now 9 strikeouts in just 3 innings as we head to the bottom of the 3rd. Will indeed be Avery Faulkner headed to center field.
Looks like they're trying to figure out who's playing where.
Now Franny looks like she's prepared to move over from left to center.
Moving D'Ambra out to the outfield. Faulkner will probably stay in as the designated player, I guess, right?
Yeah, so D'Ambra would take over left field. Franny moves to center. Looks like Carly Agnew will still not bat, and then the designated player becomes Faulkner in the 2 spot, batting for Riley Agnew. We'll keep an eye on that, but Riley Agnew's contributions to this team, especially in the field, cannot go understated, especially throughout this postseason run.
It's a huge loss for sure, and hopefully she's okay. It looks like she's in a sling right now, sitting down with some ice as well, so hopefully it's no major injury that's going to hold her out, but it's an unfortunate loss for sure, losing your 2-hitter and your center fielder, but it's just going to have to be the next person to step up and fill that hole.
4 putouts, 2 runs scored, 3 trips around the base paths on Wednesday for Riley. Bang bang play at third ended her night early. Punt was dropped down. The third baseman flipped to home as Agnew went back to third. The throw came in. She dove back in. Looks like she jammed her shoulder a little bit sliding into the base.
Yeah, it could be like a dislocation, most likely, I would assume. I mean, she went back out into the field, so. But it was definitely probably nagging her, and she had to come out officially.
Called strike to Dylan Demers. 9-1-2 hitters due up for the Spartans here in the bottom of the 3rd inning.
It's great seeing Tessa respond after O'Day's just been pitching and striking out plenty of batters in a row. Just seeing her come back and firing right away.
It's number 4 for Elsie Testa, who continues her impressive Ks per 7 numbers. Ball 1 comes into Bailey Zivison, who popped out to the Green Wave pitcher. Sends this one straight up. Could be playable for McDonald. That one catches the fence.
Short backstop.
Very interesting field dimensions.
It is.
And all the way around, I'm not sure I see one fence that is completely straight up. Even the dugout wall is kind of
the visiting side is leaning
bit.
for sure. But
high pop up, left field. Howley chasing it down. No one's going to get there. It falls in foul territory off of the shin of Olivia D'Ambra. She immediately gives the thumbs up to the Green Wave dugout.
It was a good bid. Thankfully a foul ball, though.
So we're not actually at Uxbridge High School for those watching at home. We're at the Whitten Intermediate School, which looks like a middle school out here in Uxbridge, a couple minutes down the road. Kind of similar to the Beaverbrook situation in Abington.
Yeah, very similar setup.
What looks like just the softball field for the Spartans is here. Chopper played by Goldberg. She'll take it herself and beat the runner to the bag, just 2 away.
It was a really nice play there by Goldberg, just making sure that she has enough time to come off the bag and get back over there herself.
That'll bring up the pitcher, Erin O'Day. She fouled to first her first time up.
One thing I'm interested in is the lights, how those might impact the game. I mean, the Green Wave, I don't think I've played a single
The Green
night
Wave
game.
are not used to playing under lights. The one time I did see them under the lights was in Middleborough.
Okay, so yes, they did actually put under the lights this year then.
That one just missed low. The lights are also an interesting setup here. The outfield lights are well behind us. Here's a long shot to left. It's going to go foul. Whew. About the loudest foul ball you could see.
Ball's hit very hard. But
we saw that on Wednesday when Conan in the first inning had one tagged down the left field line and that hooked foul.
That foul, that fence goes out a little bit. Like if that was turned in a little bit more, like curving more towards the field, I feel like it goes out a little bit. So I feel like that's a little bit further than what Abington is, but it's hard to tell.
2-2, called strike 3.
I believe it was Matt Olson that was talking about it. He said when you hit a foul home run, you can't hit a home run after that.
You can't hit a home run.
You just can't because it's in your head after you hit a foul one. So, but great to see Testa just going right back, throwing right at her and getting strike 3.
5 strikeouts on the night now for Testa's. Look to have a good old-fashioned pitcher's duel here, Henry, in the round of 8.
It might just take one run tonight. Any way you can get it, and like I said, that first inning for the Green Wave, bases loaded, 1 out, not getting a run there is really unfortunate. So let's hope that they can get back into a spot like that, put some pressure on the pitcher because she seems to be cruising right now. You got to at least push one across, put some pressure on the other team before it's too late.
Goldberg, Erickson, Elsie Testa do up for the Green Wave. Out here in Midwestern Massachusetts, Uxbridge, right next to Mendon, home of the famous Mendon Twin Drive-In movie theater. If you kids have ever heard of a drive-in movie theater.
I actually went last summer. It was nice. See if it gets buggy out here.
It's already gotten a little bit.
I know. Maybe someone in the crowd will have some bug spray.
Here is Goldberg. She is the one who dropped down the bunt single in the first inning. Sun continues to set here in Uxbridge. Fastball comes in low. Green Wave seeing quite literally a very similar team to that Middleborough Sachems team. Mm-hmm. Black and orange, the color scheme, very, very similar uniforms. And the pitcher that night sat down, I believe, 24 over a full game and then part of the completion of the first game that got called due to rain.
Let's hope that it's not that many tonight, but 24 strikeouts is a lot of strikeouts.
It was insane.
Incredible. Great takes here. Put the pressure back on the pitcher to throw strikes.
That one called over the outside edge, evens the count at 2-2. Taryn Clancy, the Middleborough hurler, had 12 strikeouts in that second full game. And there's the 10th consecutive out by virtue of the strikeout for O'Day. Clancy had 21 strikeouts through that first game that went 12 innings, I believe. Not bad for the course of one night.
Not bad at all. The good thing is the Green Wave earlier in the season, I feel like had a lot of those games where it was a lot of really close 0-0 games until the end. I think they had like 3 extra inning games like in their first like 8 games maybe or so, but it's good to see that they have some experience in these close games. All it might take is just one hit.
Erickson hopscotching around that one, a ball and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and now 2 outs. Now O'Day has struck out every member of the Green Wave lineup.
It's tough. You got a really good pitcher on the mound here, but I do like how the Green Wave played last game with a lot of small ball, laying down bunts, just forcing them to make plays. Like even here, you know, third baseman's playing pretty far back. If Testa can get a bunt down, that might throw them off. And oh.
She squares, pops it up off the backstop.
Almost spoke it into existence.
Broadcaster's curse.
I was feeling it. You gotta switch it up.
Third baseman comes in a couple of feet. Testa swinging away this time, swings through strike 2. The 0-2 from O'Day. Another strikeout, and the 4th time in as many innings that Aaron O'Day has struck out the side. What adjustments you got to make if you're the Green Wave batting lineup?
I mean, it's tough. I mean, from my perspective, I've seen a lot of just fastballs, and she's going outside a lot. And I think some of those pitches have been out a little bit, and the umpire was calling some strikes. Like there's one on Goldberg with she had 3 balls. The call went outside. That was a strike, and then she chases the outside pitch after. So it's tough. You know, maybe just a bunt is all it's going to take, or just, you know, choking up and getting your foot down really, really early at this point, you know, because you're going to be coming back 3 for your 3rd round. So you have to make an adjustment, whether that's going to be how quick you're going to swing the bat or what it is. There's going to be some sort of change because right now she is just cruising.
One thing we've noticed over the years, whether it's baseball, softball, the 3rd time through is when pitchers start to get a little tired. The batters start to make a few adjustments here and there, whether that's noticing the umpires calling them low and outside, taking a step in towards the plate, or what have you. But the 3rd time through is when the damage typically starts.
Yeah, I mean, they've never faced this both teams, they've never faced these pitchers before, so it's going to take time for them to adjust, especially when you're facing a really good arm. So yeah, 3rd time through is your 3rd look at the player, and it's just another opportunity to just break it open. That's all it's going to take. I really do think it's all it's going to take is going to be 1 run, the way that this game is going.
Ola Gruby, Jenna Devine, and Gabriella Belanger due up for the Spartans.
You were right about how far they play back on this hitter.
They are well back. A short pop up towards Chipman. She has it roll off the front of her body. Now Testa play at second. The throw off of Gruby, who reaches on a wonky pop up. Might have gotten lost in the lights.
Yeah, she kind of stepped back right when the ball went up, and we're like looking directly at her sideways, and the ball was about like 3 or 4 feet in front of her, and then I think she stepped in just a little too late and it got her. But the light setup's a little weird. I mean, if she looks straight up, that light is pretty much directly in her eyes, so it's a tough play. But it's a huge break for Uxbridge here now. They're gonna look to capitalize here.
So now we ask the official scorer in you, is that a hit or an error?
I believe that would be an error. I think it hit off her glove or it hit off her like knee or something. It hit something though. I think a lot of those pop-ups, when they don't get called errors, are kind of interesting because in my opinion, those are like outs most of the time. But like obviously like a blue pit, you know, miscommunication, that happens. That's a hit. But I think an infield pop-up is probably should be an error. But you have seen him a lot of the times where they, you know, bases loaded, 2 outs, and they drop a ball and everyone scores. And
Runner takes off for third, and out is the call.
That is a huge break for the Green Wave. She came right off the bag. Hallie didn't have the tag on when she's off the bag, and neither
Shipman was in for the bunt, so that was in front of Howley covering third, had to range over and kind of dive back.
That is incredible. She was safe, and then she came off and almost didn't want to move to show that she was off the base, and then Hallie finally noticed, put down the tag, and that's just a huge out right there. Wow. A lot of pressure taken off there for the Green Wave.
Swing and a miss. Here's another look at that great play at third.
Watch them both just like sit there, and then
got her arm.
That's incredible. It's got to be a momentum shifter right there.
Big wasted opportunity.
It is.
For the Spartans, who had the leadoff runner on, and as quickly as they did, now have 2 outs.
I don't hate that decision to steal third base there because I think she had it pretty easily, but again, there's risks like that because I think that if she's stealing third base, she's fast enough to score on a base hit from second base, so it's kind of interesting decision, but I think maybe they just wanted to keep the pressure on the Green Wave after that pop-up.
Ball and 2 strikes to Belanger, strikeout victim, her first time up. Sends this one towards center. Franey, right there, ranged a couple of steps over, and retires the side. The Spartans, after getting the leadoff runner on second, come up empty.
They're hitting the ball, but Green Wave playing back, I mean, that helps right there. She barely had to move for that ball. It's a huge out. Hopefully they can just settle in here and just try to figure this pitcher out.
So just about the weirdest 1-2-3 inning I've witnessed as a broadcaster.
I think they'll take that, though, any day of the week. It's incredible what just happened.
7-8-9 due up for the Green Wave. All 3 strikeout victims their first time through. Franny will lead off, D'Ambra, and then Shipman. So you can see to our right those very dark gray threatening clouds.
Let me check the weather.
To the left we see blue skies.
It says nothing on my thing, but the weather app's never right. It does say a flash flood watch until 12 a.m., but
we have been told this field drains very well. It doesn't look completely level, and there's hills off behind both dugouts that go down, so looks like it could just kind of roll off the sides of the field if we get to that point. However, both pitchers working with pace were about 55 minutes into this game and already here in the top of the 5th inning.
I'm glad I got here when I did. I would have missed so much more of the game. It was really nice that they had that long first inning because
they were stalling just for
I was
you.
hoping for it because I just wanted to get here, and I was trying to get here as fast as I could, but
the lefty Franey steps in.
so she's actually a righty, but she's playing on the left side of the box. I don't want to talk too loud, but I think
Switch hitting bunt situation here.
I believe so. I believe that, yeah, now she's switching over. I don't want to talk too loud, but I was a little confused when she hopped on the left side of the box, but just get an extra
One
foot or
thing we
two.
know about Green Wave coaches in any sport is they've always got tricks up their sleeve.
They sure do, and, you know, that also comes with a little bit of scouting, too. I mean, who knows, like, if they actually did a little bit of work and watched some film, but they probably could have known that Franny was a right-handed hitter and that she's hopping up in the left hand of the box. And I mean, this is her second at bat, so she's already hit from the right side of the box. So I mean, in my opinion, I would be expecting a bunt there. I'm not expecting her to swing, but also you don't know if she's a switch hitter. But that would be pretty sick if she was.
Don't see switch hitters too often in softball.
You do not.
Moves the count, full 3 balls, 2 strikes. Payoff pitch from O'Day is a called strike. Oof. 3.
Looked a little high, but
that was just the second strikeout looking.
Sean bunt again.
Dombra. Olivia pulls back, looks at ball 1 go by. That one called a strike, and that's the lower edge of the zone that we've seen, kind of low outside.
It's kind of causing them to chase a little bit, but at this point in the game, you got to be ready to swing. You got to be able to get that hit.
That one got D'Ambro chasing high. Ball and 2 strikes. Another strikeout for O'Day.
Now batting number 14,
14 straight outs for the Spartans have come from the strikeout.
It's honestly quite impressive. I don't think I've ever seen something like it before.
Might as well clear the field.
I mean, yeah, at this point, yeah, but all we need is just 1 hit to stir things up. Even a base runner, you know, but I mean, this is just incredible.
Ball and a strike to Kat Chipman.
I will say, though, if the Green Wave connect on a pitch, I do think that ball is probably going to be hit pretty hard. So
The 1-1, drop down foul. One, 2 from O'Day. She's got strikeout number 15 on the night, and still no defensive putouts for the Spartans in the field.
it's honestly incredible. But again, it's a 0-0 game. So anything can happen here. Green Wave need to stay composed, play clean defense. What is the rule for extra innings? Is that a runner on second base or no?
Well, so you can't say those 2 words.
Sorry. What is the ruling on if the game were to continue?
I believe it goes as is. I
just
do not believe there's
no one goes on second base.
A ghost runner. Unless they changed it.
We do have lights, so we could be here for hours.
You're also not allowed to say that.
Maybe I'm just trying to, you know, switch some things up.
now batting number 3, Olivia Piana.
So here's Parada, the catcher, 6'7", 8" due up for the Spartans here in the bottom of the 5th. Ground ball to Goldberg. She'll take it herself again and beat the runner to the bag. There's one out.
Great play again. Just love seeing an athletic first baseman being able to get up the base, get the ball, and get right back over there.
Prior to that, Parada was one of 2 Spartans to log a hit. Kira Paul, who's up now, has the other one. 2 singles back in the 2nd inning. Hard grounder foul, and now 0-2 for Testa. Pitch comes in high, not a bad chase pitch. Testa goes right back with the rise ball, 2-2. Two flared foul will drop just out of reach of Chipman. Another one fouled off.
Just realized that they don't have a working scoreboard here. I don't think it's working.
It's either not working or it's got that privacy glass thing on as Testa sits down another one.
That. Another huge up by Testa here. She's been doing amazing tonight. Throwing strikes, mixing it up.
7 for Testa.
Getting lots of swings and misses.
Bring up Ella Peliquin, who popped out to Howley at short her first time up. Lines it. Foul. Another one fouled off the fence. 0-2 the count to Peliquin.
Let's see if Testa slows it down with this pitch here. Peliquin's been swinging very aggressively.
Comes through. The foul to the backstop might have been playable, but out of reach. Remains 0-2. One-two to the Spartans right fielder. Line, that will go in fair territory over Chipman's head. And it's a 2-out single.
This was a really good at bat right there. Pinch runner coming in, I think. Courteous runner.
I think I heard pinch hitter.
Pinch hitter, oh wow. Yeah, no runners coming. Interesting. Switching it up, though. Can't hurt.
I believe it is number 9, Mary Lowry. Batting in place of Dylan Demers. Lowry offers. One comes in low. Donald looked like she wanted to check down to first. Ground ball, comebacker to Testa. She fields it perfectly, tosses to first to retire the side. The Spartans strand another base runner. And we head to the top of the sixth. Still scoreless, Henry.
This is an interesting game, to say the least. It's been a very pitcher-heavy game, and, I mean, Uxbridge is putting the ball in play. They're getting runners on, and we're just getting out of it. And Green Wave, on the other hand, I hate to say it, but they can't even get a runner on base. They're having trouble putting the ball in play. They got to switch it up now before it's too late. Maybe a little bunt to start off the inning or something, just to switch it up, or maybe the second hitter, a little bunt. Something to, throw off this defense, throw off this pitcher. Anything that they can do to get a runner on base. Because right now, O'Day is just so locked in right now.
Meanwhile, her counterpart, Elsie Testa, doing whatever needs to be done to get those out. She's got 6 Ks, I believe, so far.
She's done a great job as well.
7 so far.
But Tessa's outing is also a more traditional outing as well, with contact and strikeouts, as opposed to just O'Day's just not really being touched at all. But Tessa's done a great job keeping this team in this game and just putting up zeros, because that's what they need right now. They need zeros. They're not scoring, so she's doing her job. It's going to be the lineup's job to put the ball in play and cause some chaos.
Brenna Howley will lead things off. Riley Agnew, Maddie McDonald, or not Riley Agnew. Avery Faulkner in place of Riley Agnew, followed by Maddie McDonald.
Huge spot here for Howley to try and get a runner on base here with no outs.
Pops it up, will go off the fence. Uxbridge beat West Bridgewater 13-1 in the round of 32 before taking down Pittsfield 4-2. (21-1) overall as Howley fouls another one off.
It's honestly been an incredible season for them. Just looking at their scores. Their one loss of the year, though, 1-0.
Green Wave taking out Manchester Essex 9-0 as Howley flares this one to third. She's been retired now 3 times. That was the first defensive putout in the field by anyone not named Erin O'Day.
I mean, obviously, getting out sucks and, little hit to third baseman sucks, but for the Green Wave to be able to not, have a strikeout happen there, I think that is just huge. It just gives the rest of the lineup, almost just sort of a bit of hope, that, they can actually put the ball in play, make things happen, and win this game.
Bunt drop down, that goes foul. This is another pinch hitter for the Green Wave. Looks like number 5, Olivia Nunez. Both coaches trying to draw up a little bit of magic. Nunez pulls back, called strike over the inside corner. That one low and away, evens the count, 2-2.
It's a great take right there. Staying composed, coming off the bench into a high leverage situation. Tie game.
First AB in the playoffs for Nunez. Looks at strike 3. No record on file for the record for strikeouts in a game. However, the pitcher from Bedford had 26 a couple of weeks ago.
So how was that, an extra inning game, right? Because
I believe so. That according to Brendan Connolly of the Boston Herald.
I mean, she's dealing, and the Green Wave are obviously down, but the score is still 0-0. Anything can happen in this game. They need to stay up, stay
And I can tell you,
confident.
the person who's going to get that magic run is going to be the last person you expect.
Mhm.
Ball and 2 strikes to Maddie McDonald.
We'd love to see McDonald get a hold of one here. Power hitter, getting around that fastball.
Chopper off the handle of the bat. This one outside evens the count, 2-2. Two from O'Day. A high riser got McDonald to chase. We head to the bottom of the 6th. Still scoreless. 17 strikeouts for Aaron O'Day to this point.
And the score is still 0-0.
Still 0-0.
Green Wave are still in this game.
Top of the Spartans order coming up. Bailey Zivison, Aaron O'Day, and Lola Gruby due up. Combined 0 for 5. Gruby reached on an error back in the 4th. Ultimately was stranded on base. Green Wave defensive look still looks the same with Diambra in left. Still only about an hour 15 in already in the bottom of the 6th inning.
I mean,
I will
it's a
say
pitching
this, you
duel.
would never see this in a baseball game.
I mean, I've seen some quick games before. This year, I don't remember which game it was, but it was over before the softball game was. A baseball game for Abington. I believe the softball game started 30 minutes later, but still, for a baseball game to finish before the softball game with a 30-minute head start, I mean, that's still pretty impressive.
That's pretty good.
It was less than
That's
2
pretty
hours for
good.
sure. I actually went to Tanner Houck's complete game for the Red Sox last year. It was the game was like 7 o'clock game. The game was over at like 8:57. It was a
That's pretty impressive.
It was a sub 2 hour
Fastest
complete
baseball
game.
game I watched this year was UMass Dartmouth hosted Bridgewater State. Hour 37 minutes, wire to wire.
That's insane. That's just a lot of pitching to contact at that point.
Fly ball, short right field. Erickson drifting
Great
back,
play right
makes
there.
the catch.
Amazing play by Savvy right there. Just turning her shoulder, moving her feet, and getting right under the ball.
This brings up O'Day, who, I mean, you want to talk about the team, putting the team on your back.
Yeah.
You score the only run and strike out as many of you've struck out.
I'm sure she's looking to put a ball pretty far here because she's, I don't know if she's upset, but she's definitely a little angry, I'm sure, that she hasn't gotten run support.
Hard grounder past Chipman at third into left field. She'll head for second and have a stand-up double.
Just a really good piece of hitting right there, putting the ball in play, hard, down the line. Easy double right there. Helping her own cause.
I believe
Intentional walk.
an intentional walk.
I don't mind that.
Puts the force on with 1 out in the inning. First intentional walk I've seen this postseason. Immediately, Coach Jenna Olam out to the circle, have a word with her infielders.
I think he's just trying to calm them down. Know that this game is still tied. Could take one pitch, get a double play, and get out of this inning. Probably just going to calm down Testa as well. See what she can do here. She's been really good all day in these situations. And she's been trusting her defense as well, pitching to contact, but she's also been getting a lot of swings and misses. Done a really good job mixing everything up today.
Prior to that walk, Ruby was 0 for 1, a strikeout. She also reached on that fly ball to third.
I believe she's one of the hitters that they were playing at the fence.
This one fouled to the backstop.
Oh, and 2 now. Already put herself in a hole trying to get the bunt down.
Pop up, that'll go back out of play. Another 1-2 from Testa. High riser, 2-2. This one to the backstop, and that one gets out as well.
Been a lot of those today. Just short backstop.
Rawlings
Not
or
so
whoever
much
the softball manufacturer is for the MIAA certainly getting their money's worth tonight. Swing and a miss.
Huge pitch right there. What a pitch. 2 outs now. Pressure's on the hitting team to put the ball in play here now. Tess is ready to go. Love to see it.
This one fouled off. Gabby Belanger, the designated player, 0 for 2, a strikeout, fly out to center. Quickly finds herself down. No balls, 2 strikes.
Tess is so locked in right now. She's ready to go.
As soon as she stomps that back toe, the pitch is off. Just missed high. A liner up the middle, stopped by Howley. They're waving the runner home. The throw is too high. Uxbridge strikes first. The runners advancing to second and third on the throw home. You couldn't play it better than that.
That
if
was
you're the
almost
Green
an
Wave
incredible
infielder.
play right there. That's really unfortunate. That was a really great play by Hallie, saving it. That runner was going to score if that ball got by, and she gave them a chance. Just speed on the bases there, getting there before the throw, but that was almost an incredible play right there.
Now it was O'Day that scored from second.
I'm not sure if the third base coach saw that ball fully through, because that ball was
She
in the
absolutely
infield.
did not. She was waving her
That
around
ball was through the infield. I
as it
think
went
she
into
thought.
Howley's glove.
Yeah.
So here's the lefty Parada. Green Wave still in a 2-out jam. Runners on second and third. Called strike into Parada. 1 for 2, a single and a ground out to first. Sends this one to right field. Drifting
What a
back,
catch.
making the grab is Carly Agnew. Had us worried for a brief second there, but the side retired and the damage limited to just 1. However, we enter the 7th and final scheduled inning. The Green Wave
boy.
have to go to work.
They sure do there, but that was just a huge play right there. That can easily be a momentum shift that they have to take that energy, saving those 2 runs right there, and just put all that they have left into these last 3 at-bats here. Try to shake it up. Get something done here.
Goldberg, Erickson, Testa due up for the Green Wave. Thank you guys for all watching this game and every game here live on the networks of Abington Community Access and Media. Joined us all year long, all postseason long. This is the last Green Wave team currently in action this school year. Baseball and lacrosse both seeing their seasons end in the early rounds of the MIAA tournament. Green Wave softball making it to this round of 8. Winner of this game will move on to the round of 4 against the winner of Joseph Case and the winner of Hampshire Regional and Frontier Regional, Henry, a team that you guys have seen before.
Yeah. That always ends up happening, I feel like. As we've talked about in these broadcasts, just same teams, you know, they make it as far as you, and you start to see that.
So here's Goldberg. She reached on a fielder's choice. One of 17 strikeouts.
It's been a really great outing today by O'Day. She's been incredible. Green Wave, though, they do have 3 outs to shake things up here.
And it is the 4, 5, 6 hitters in the Abington lineup. Goldberg chops this one foul. No balls, 2 strikes to Abington's first baseman. The pitch from O'Day. Called strike 3, low inside corner. Make it 18.
Yeah, she's just been on fire. Green Wave can't afford to go down swinging go down looking anymore. They gotta swing, gotta put the ball in play, gotta give them a chance.
Savvy Erickson, 0 for 2. Chases one high and outside. And when you say you got to go down swinging, I'm sure that's not exactly what you intended.
No, but anything close, you got to fight it off. I mean, these are your third at-bats coming through. You got to be aggressive because you're running out of outs, you're running out of time.
Oh, and 2 to Erickson. That one just inside. The 1-2. Inside corner, called strike 3.
It's a tough call right there, but then again, got to fight things off that are close. Green Wave down on the last out. Testa, the pitcher on the mound, trying to save this game right here.
Much like O'Day did in the last half inning, pitcher will hope to put the team on her back and at least give the Green Wave a chance. Looks at ball 1 high. This one misses outside.
Huge
Spartans defense still expecting bunt.
I would not rule it out with this Green Wave team, but Tessa's up 2-0 now. She's got to be complacent here, wait for strikes.
Chases that one that's been consistently called a strike so far today. Fouled it off the backstop.
Obviously, when you're behind, though, you do have to be a little bit more aggressive to protect that plate. But, you know, in that 2-0 count, I love that swing right there because get a little freebie sometimes with the 2-0 pitch.
2 balls, 1 strike now the count to Testa. O'Day becomes set. A high fastball gets ahead of Testa. Green Wave down to their last strike.
Uxbridge fans are all getting ready. They're all standing up, all cheering them on. It's been a great crowd tonight.
The 2-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Make it 20 strikeouts for Erin O'Day. And Uxbridge survives and advances.
I mean, you got to respect the outing tonight. That was just an incredible performance. A team that only has 1 loss the whole entire year. You just got a dominant performance by O'Day. Green Wave need to keep their heads high, though. I mean, that was just a really great game. Comes down to just 1 hit, like we had talked about, and nothing to be ashamed of. That was a really great game right there by both teams. Best of luck to Uxbridge. I mean, that was just a phenomenal outing right there.
Not quite 28 strikeouts for Elsie Testa in what was the most entertaining pitcher's duel I've seen this season.
She did a really great job. I mean, she worked through so much traffic. She was able to just switch up pitches, keep them off balance for really good Uxbridge teams. I mean, looking at the scores, they put up 20-plus runs in a couple of the games I was looking at, so...
Held to just 5 hits tonight.
Yep, to only give up 1 run, I think that's an incredible outing by Elsie Testa, and she should keep her head high as well, along with the rest of the Green Wave team.
It was Erin O'Day the difference, 20 strikeouts in the circle. Along with that double in the bottom of the 6th inning, the only run scored in this Elite 8 matchup. They will move on to the Final 4. So Green Wave see their season come to an end. They have a very young roster, Henry. Talk about what we expect to see next season from this young Green Wave lineup.
I mean, you're only losing 1 senior, Brenna Howley. Great player all around. Got to give her the credit, but...
That's a big loss.
That is a big loss.
Similar to when your baseball team lost Spencer Berry.
It was, and I think that she's been a great leader this year, and they're gonna be able to learn from her as a captain, and they still have, you know, Agnew and Testa and McDonald, and they have a great crew to be around, young team. This is a learning experience for them. Obviously, it's unfortunate for them to end this way, but I mean, getting into the Elite Eight is just an incredible, you know, thing to happen anyways, and I think that they're gonna be okay. They just gotta learn from this and use it as fuel for next year.
Couldn't put on these live streams if it wasn't for a lot of support from various staff members, interns, community members. We thank you all for watching. Our executive producer, Kevin Tachi. Our cameraman tonight, Dave Bowen. Our broadcast partner. Through the first couple of rounds, we were joined by Dr. James Madden, along with yourself, Henry Rogers. I'm Mad Dog Matt Nelson. Pleasure to bring you these games all season long. And for the final time in 2024-2025, on behalf of everyone here at 8CAM, the final score once again from Uxbridge, 1-0. The Spartans knock out the Green Wave, and we will see you next game.